Welcome back to Living Local. More than 20 years ago, Heart of Hope was created to offer hope and healing to the hurting. From distributing food and clothing to families in need to offering after-school programs to kids, the nonprofit is providing resources to those who need it most. An upcoming event called Hoops for Hope is an entertaining way to support this organization that is serving our community. Joining me in studio today, we have Joyce Klopp. She is the director of Hope at the Brick House. We have Linda Sargent. She's director of Heart of Hope Outreach, and John Kessler. He is the Hoops for Hope organizer. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
So guys, let's start with you, John, first. How did Hoops for Hope get started?
Well, I got an email unsolicited from the flight squad wondering if there was anybody in the Quad Cities that would be interested in a fundraiser, family entertainment basketball. So I took a look at their website, kind of liked what I saw, and then I thought of these two ladies. I know them both, had worked with them off and on. So approached them, and they eventually talked to their boards, and here we are.
And here we are. Wonderful. So how many years has Hoops for Hope been going on, and what is the event like?
Well, this will be our first year.
First year.
Yeah,
awesome.
This is our first time. And as I said earlier, it's a basketball game like the Harlem Globetrotters play. So the flight squad, they're ball players that do a lot of antics while they're playing the game. Well, I guess you're seeing some of it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So it's going to be a super entertaining event. What teams will be playing for Hoops for Hope this year?
Well, our ball team is made up of coaches and teachers from the Rock Island and Davenport school districts. We have an organization on each side of the river for good coverage. And we've got several of the high schools that have got previous ball players that have played ball in college here in the Quad Cities, and they're going to come back and give back to the community.
Oh, that's great that you see, you know, stars in their day, and then they come back and to their hometown and support what's going on here. I love to see that. And I understand there will be some community members there as well. Our own Jay Kidwell, our sports director, will be emceeing the event, which is exciting. Anyone else that people should look for?
Sure. People may be familiar with the cheerleaders at Pleasant Valley called the Sparkles. So they're going to be our cheerleaders. We have a young lady named Kate Holson who's going to sing our national anthem. She's got a beautiful voice. I've heard her before at various events. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, this event will be benefiting Hope at the Brick House and Heart of Hope Outreach. Can you ladies tell us a little bit more about each of these?
I'm at Hope at the Brick House, and Hope at the Brick House has been, the organization is just a couple years old with the name, but we have been in the community for 25 years. So we offer hope to families and kids through different programs. We are starting our after-school program today with 40 kids, and just finished a summer program with 60 kids. So we offer tutoring support and family support with a multiple variety of opportunities for them, depending on what their needs are. So as we get to know kids and their families, we all obviously get to know what their needs are. So we're able to reach out in that way and provide support.
What an incredible resource. What about a Heart of Hope outreach?
Well, we also work with youth in the neighborhood where we're located, 9th Avenue and 19th Street in Rock Island. And we have taken them on educational outings. Mr. Kessler here has taken them fishing and to ball games, and we've taken them to movies, to the Putnam Museum, to the zoo. And these are young people that would not have that opportunity. We also have a food pantry. We've served over, I'm proud to say, since we opened that May 1st, 2014, over 8,000 people have come through our doors in need, and that represented 33,000 members of our community that needed food, men, women, and children, or clothing. We also have clothing. And it was interesting as I was working on grants that 19.8% of residents in Rock Island, the city of Rock Island, are considered below the poverty rate, and 38% of those are children below the age of 6. So
Wow.
that shows us why people stand outside our building for sometimes 2 hours in bad weather to get in and get food, clothing, and the things we're able to provide to the community.
Wow, and as you share those numbers, they are very shocking, but they're evidence that what you're doing is needed so greatly in our community. So what kind of impact do fundraisers like this have on how you guys are able to carry out those services?
I think we're both very volunteer driven, and so we rely on community and support from community in numerous ways, and it's just one way that people can support. We need sponsors for tickets for those kids that wouldn't be able to go if they're not provided. So that's our plan, is that we can provide opportunities for our kids and our families that wouldn't get that opportunity. So.
Yeah.
And John, tell us when, where, and how can people get tickets?
Well, it's September 28th. It's going to be at the Central High School George Edward Marshall Gymnasium. I think I got that right. Game time is 6 o'clock. You can buy tickets online by going to the website of either of these organizations. That's probably the easiest way to get tickets. Or contact any of the three of us, and of course we'll get them tickets. And we've also offered tickets to Boys and Girls Club, Family Resources, who am I forgetting? Foster care kids. I'm on my way after this to 180 over in Davenport to give them some tickets.
Great.
So we're trying to, as they said, trying to get the families that wouldn't otherwise be able to do this at the ball game.
That's fantastic. Well, John, Linda, Joyce, thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys, for more information on the upcoming game, you can go to their website at heartofhopeqc.org. We'll also have these details posted on ourquadcities.com. More Living Local rolls on after this break.